Get ready for a new addition to the Fire Country family.
Don't miss my new show, Sheriff Country, coming this fall to CBS.
A little sneak peek into some summer-like conditions for some of us with a few showers into the morning, and some of us are under an air quality warning. I'll have more details on that coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we'll have the latest on an appeals court's decision to reinstate President Trump's tariffs. Plus, our own Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy tells us how state leaders are planning to increase the state's workforce as she attends the Mackinac Policy Conference. And the UP Home Builders Association goes over safety guidelines that are keeping workers protected on the job. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Look at your forecast as the weekend for tonight. Most of us very comfortable, even getting to the lower 60s for Marquette. We will have mostly cloudy skies, and we are tracking a little bit of some rain to start off your day tomorrow morning, especially for Marquette. We'll get to the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow as that sunshine returns into the evening time. But we have lots more to talk about, an air quality warning for some of us. More details coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you. A federal appeals court has, for now, reinstated President Trump's wide-ranging tariffs on goods from dozens of nations. Erica Brown is at the White House with the latest.
A day after a three-judge panel ruled President Trump overstepped his authority by imposing tariffs under an emergency powers law, a federal appeals court temporarily paused the order, allowing the president's tariffs to stay in place for now. Senior White House trade advisor Peter Navarro said the administration will seek to enact tariffs through other means if their legal challenges are unsuccessful.
Even if we lose, we will do it another way. And I can assure the American people that the Trump tariff agenda is alive, well, healthy, and will be implemented to protect you.
The appeals court ruled Trump's tariffs can continue until the panel considers arguments on the case. As the Trump administration tries to broker a peace deal to end the war in Gaza, the White House says the U.S. and Israel have delivered a ceasefire proposal to Hamas.
I can confirm that Special Envoy Witkoff and the president submitted a ceasefire proposal to Hamas that Israel backed and supported. Israel signed off on this proposal before it was sent to Hamas.
An Israeli official and a U.S. source familiar with the proposal confirmed to CBS News the plan includes a 60-day ceasefire and plans to release 10 living hostages and the remains of 18 others. Hamas said it is considering the proposal. About 1/3 of the 58 hostages still held by Hamas are believed to still be alive.
An earlier 2-month ceasefire between Israel and Hamas ended in March after the two sides failed to agree on terms for extending it, and Israel resumed strikes on the Gaza Strip. The U.S. military is increasing its operations down under, with hundreds of Marines training alongside their Australian and Japanese allies. Holly Williams is with troops and shows us what they're preparing for.
We flew across the Australian outback in a pair of Ospreys, landing in enemy territory with a platoon of U.S. Marines. As they moved forward through the forest, they came under fire.
Hey, to the left, we got machine gun to our left, machine gun to our left.
The enemy combatants are holed up in a village in that direction. The U.S. Marines are about to stage a raid. This was just an exercise, with Australians role-playing the enemy. More than 500 U.S. Marines are training here, along with their Australian and Japanese allies.
Knowing how one another works is of the utmost importance, and being ready to respond is something critical.
The U.S. is responding to China by increasing its military footprint in the Asia-Pacific. China's President Xi Jinping is thought to have ordered his armed forces to be ready to invade the island of Taiwan by 2027 if necessary, raising fears of a conflict that could draw in the U.S.
Military experts say a Chinese invasion of Taiwan is not inevitable, and China may actually want to avoid war, especially with the US. But China's armed forces are going through an unprecedented modernization, from aircraft carriers to hypersonic missiles.
Back in 2012, the first deployment of around 200 Marines rotated through Australia. Now it's close to 2,500 each year. Michigan is investing in the future of clean energy and manufacturing with a new public-private partnership announced today at the Mackinac Policy Conference. The state's Community and Worker Economic Transition Office is teaming up with DTE and Consumers Energy. Together, the utility companies are committing $3.5 billion annually to buy equipment and services from Michigan-based companies. The money will be mostly invested in companies developing clean energy technologies such as solar panels and energy storage systems.
This is about taking everybody's goals and saying we will all be more successful if we work together. And to me, that is the way that we can lift the state forward and create more shared prosperity, is just bring folks together to partner on our shared goals.
The initiative also launches the My Hub for Manufacturers, an online platform to help local businesses. A new plan from the Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity aims to put Michigan at the forefront of the AI economy while creating thousands of good-paying jobs. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy is at the Mackinac Policy Conference and spoke with the LEO's director to bring us more on the announcement.
The Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity has 3 goals: help more Michiganders earn degrees or skills certificates, grow the middle class, and support businesses and grow the economy. As AI shakes up the global economy, the department has introduced a plan to stay on track with its goals.
We really felt that in order to reach those 3 goals, we need to look at AI in the workforce.
The plan aims to generate up to $70 billion and create 13,000 jobs through AI development opportunities. AI is expected to reshape up to 2.8 million Michigan jobs over the next decade, and Corbin says it's important Michigan keeps up with the technology.
We see this as a beginning. We wanted to start the dialogue and make sure that when we talk about AI and the opportunities that we have in the state, we're talking about how this will impact our workforce and how this will be beneficial to our workforce.
The plan focuses on 3 pillars: developing AI skills, guiding the workforce transition, and helping businesses, especially small ones, adapt and thrive. Because AI has grown so rapidly, Corbin says she wants to make sure the state knows all about the opportunities and the negative impacts the technology can have.
That's part of the dialoguing that we need to have. And that we need to continue.
With investments already underway, like a $1.2 billion AI research hub near Ann Arbor, officials say Michigan is ready to lead in the new AI economy. On Mackinac Island, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The Upper Peninsula Home Builders Association hosted Coffee with Myosha, an event where contractors and construction workers can ask questions and seek guidance from Myosha officials. Our own John Truitt has more on these discussions.
Safety is no accident, a popular slogan for workers underscoring the need to always keep safety at the forefront of any construction project. Aaron Gundrum, a Myosha training specialist, says meetings like this are essential to keeping workers up to date on safety regulations and best practices.
We try to have these type of forums to let companies, construction, and general industry facilities know that we have a service to provide, and we can help them in some of the challenges they have from a health and safety standpoint.
Gundrum points out that workplace safety is an investment, not only for the individual, but for the company as well.
They provide not only the level of personal protective equipment, they're providing that training, they're providing that awareness, and honestly, their businesses are successful because of those pieces.
John Dickerson, president of the UP Home Builders Association, agrees, citing downtime on any project due to an injury can be very costly.
Because now you have somebody that can't do their job, or you have a gap now, and it's really hard to fill those gaps just because, again, with work shortages and not being able to have employees readily available.
Myosha cites falls on the job as being an ever-present concern.
What we typically see in our statistics show is that fall protection, fall awareness is really one of the drivers. And that's where we're seeing the vast majority of the fatalities and serious injuries.
Myosha encourages anyone with questions or safety concerns on the job site to reach out to their local office for insight and, if needed, further training. In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, we check out the Manistee Farmers and Artisan Market as they kick off the season. And the inspiring story of a 97-year-old Michigan woman who had the opportunity to throw out the first pitch for the Detroit Tigers yesterday. We're back in 2 minutes.
You're watching home to CBS Mornings, WZMQ 19.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget,
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire. While the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Before we get into the weekend outlook and that air quality warning, I want to talk about a shifting pattern that we've noticed recently. This season has been a very active start to tornado season since 2011, tied with 2024 last season. And to date so far, we've had 1,018 tornadoes this season across 36 states. Fortunately, the Upper Peninsula has stayed cleared from most of this, and most of it has been contained over the Mississippi Valley. Now, if you didn't know where Tornado Alley was, you would kind of think it was here, but what we know as Tornado Alley since 1950, most of the tornado activity recently over the last 45 years in this trend has had an increasing number of tornadoes east of this area, and not only that, it's happening in populated areas than it was. So more than ever, you need to stay weather aware, no matter if it's a tornado warning or an air quality warning. They all mean very important things for our safety and for our health. Now, we have been seeing some above average temperatures, and we are going to cool things down kind of with the air quality alert here. 76 degrees, finally some above average temperatures for Marquette. Air quality warning for the western half of the Upper Peninsula. That's through Friday and into Saturday until midnight there. So mainly your Friday. Close those windows overnight, especially if you have upper respiratory issues or heart diseases. We're going to get some very dense smoke coming from Canadian wildfires. It's with a cold front, so it's going to cool things down, but this is also very dense smoke here. So if you can avoid being outside, and if you are going to be in your cars at all tomorrow driving, try to have that air circulate through the air that's in the car already, not bringing in from outside. This will start to clear out as we head through the weekend, but that's the most important thing to remember for your Friday. It is going to fire up up some showers just with that cold front, but we're going to be dealing with the cloud cover clearing out as well as hopefully that smoke clearing out when we get to Saturday. Might still have some of that lingering on to Saturday morning, but especially when we get into Sunday, June 1st, a lot of things are going to improve: the smoke, the air quality, and also the temperatures and the sky conditions. We'll have a few early showers. We know that for Friday. Sunny skies for your Saturday, high temperatures near 60 degrees, and getting even better on June 1st, start of meteorological summer, which is June, July, and August. Lots of sunshine to ring in the unofficial start to summer, but meteorologically it would be the start of it. So we know how the weekend looks, and into the week ahead, temperatures near 80 degrees really to start off the first few days of June. We'll have a few more showers to dodge for your midweek later in the week, but overall, once we get past the chilled temperatures into the weekend, we are very summer-like for the week ahead.
Sounds good. Kelly, thank you very much. The Manistee Farmers and Artisan Market returned for another year this week. Our own Lily Simmons stopped by to chat with organizers and vendors about what's in store this season.
I'm feeling great. Finally, we are all outside together. It's great to see faces from last year and new faces join this year.
The market runs each Wednesday from 5 to 6:30, and a large group of eager patrons arrived early for opening day. Given the tough spring growing season, market managers are thrilled with the number of vendors offering fresh produce, as well as other products.
On this side, we've got 8 farms. Last year, we originally had consistently maybe 4 to 5 farms. And then we have a mix of specialty vendors, artisanal foods, fresh squeezed lemonade, and artisans on this side.
The market is expected to keep growing throughout the summer, and returning vendors know why.
It definitely draws a crowd and brings people in. We're all trying to earn a living with what we can make ourselves at home. We like to bring a healthier product to the community as well.
They say it allows them to interact with new customers they wouldn't otherwise reach.
Maybe some people don't even know that we have a farm this close to Manistee, so this is a learning experience for the customers. Some people can't physically make it out there, but they can make it to the farmer's market, and this is a great way for us to get them that fresh produce that they want.
Market managers say easy access to fresh produce can increase food security.
You can get 80 to 90% of the main things that most people get here. If you can, come to the farmer's market before you go to the other stores, fill up on that, and then fill in the cracks with the other stores.
The market has also partnered with Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital for the Food as Medicine program,
which would give them access to fresh food and essentially prescribe them food as medicine. Patients receive up to $300 for the season, which would go through the end of September.
That spirit of collaboration is one managers and vendors aim to cultivate throughout the 2025 Manistee Farmer and Artisan Market.
Vendors have been teaming up. Food producers are using maybe fresh fruits from another vendor and implementing that. That was really great to see. I'm feeling like it's going to be a great season.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Manistee.
Now, before we have Mike take over, I wanted to steal a sports story from him tonight. Hopefully he forgives me, but he'll get a kick out of this as well, I'm sure. At yesterday's Tigers game, a special fan had the opportunity of a lifetime, throwing out the first pitch. And get this, she's 97 years old. Nate Brown has the story.
There you go, so nice and tall posture, head up.
It's not about being the best.
I was the last pick to play on the team.
It's not even about your level of skill.
I was the least athletic person you know.
It's about doing what you can.
Try to.
With what you've been given.
If you ever, don't want to get up and move, just think about Laurel.
Laurel Heim Sayer is well known around the West Hills Athletic Club.
Oh, I used to come 5 days a week before the pandemic.
And is still a regular at the facility.
I think it's a matter of if you don't keep it up, you're not going to be able to.
Working out with her trainer, Dre Bainez, twice a week.
She doesn't like for me to take it easy on her, but we all can't do things that we used to do. As we've trained over the years, of course, the level of her, capabilities have, slightly, diminished.
What hasn't diminished? The 96-year-old's love for the Detroit Tigers.
I enjoyed 1968 and 1984. And it's been kind of rough since then.
Part of the struggle, bad luck. Another part,
we've been doing a little bit of
throwing. A bit, yeah.
Not enough southpaws like Laurel in their ranks. So Bainez made sure to do something about it.
I mean, she's truly one of a kind, and that's why, we wanted to make this happen. She inspires so many people, and I just want to make sure that she knows that that she's a true inspiration to everybody and that this is about her.
So on Wednesday, friends and family from as far as Arizona and Florida gathered outside of West Hills and boarded a bus to Detroit to watch Laurel on her 97th birthday throw out the first pitch at the Tigers game.
All right, Laurel, show us what you got.
I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad the ball went where I told it to go.
Laurel the lefty, firing one home right over the heart of the plate.
Baseball fans, let's give it up for Laurel.
It may not have been the fastest, but that's not what matters, because it never has. It's only ever been about giving it your all.
I like to be active and hope that I can always be this way.
Well, I guess we'll let Mike take over the sports after the break. He has the highlights as Petoskey and Escanaba compete for a district final in softball. We'll be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Take me out to the ball game.
Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some Tigers game.
Wish me luck.
Prize is up to $500,000. So let's root for the Tigers if they don't win.
I won!
1, 2.
Free new ways to play. The new Detroit Tigers games, only from the Michigan Lottery.
Getting ready, we all have our routine. Finding an outfit. Fixing your hair. And all the other little touches. Gum, check. Keys, check. Phone, check. But of all the things you remember to bring with you, naloxone could be the most important. It can reverse an opioid overdose. You can get it without a prescription in most states, and it's really easy to use. If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's been a busy year for Marquette Senior High School athletes, signing national letters of intent to pursue athletics and academics in college. 8 more made the commitments official this afternoon. 5 of those will be athletes involved in cross country or track or both starting this fall. Each one selected a different school, and they explained why that school was a good fit.
Really wanted to stay close to home, and I also was able to meet a lot of the team and the coaches, and I felt like a good connection with all of them. I feel really happy and proud of myself. It's a huge accomplishment, and I think I've overcome a lot to get where I am.
I think my coach helped a lot, sending out, talking, because he was friends with the coach, and the coach emailed me asking to fill out a questionnaire, and then we kind of talked after that and then got to this point.
I actually connected with them through my coach, Derek Marr, and once he sent the email out and the coach learned a little bit about me, he really wanted me to run there, and we just furthered the relationship from there and finally committed to it. They do double threshold, they do lots of miles, they do lots of training, and going there for my visit and learning about that just made me decide to be the best fit for my personal running style and strengths.
Duluth, it's a beautiful town. I love the coach there. She's really nice, and just there's no bad things said about her. And I think it really has potential to grow in the next couple of years.
I moved from Alton, Illinois. It's like southern Illinois, but yeah, I've only been here 1 year, but I'm really happy I moved here. My coach, Shaylee, kind of told me about them, and then they reached out to me, so they kind of found me. But it was kind of back and forth, and then I had my official visit there, and I really enjoyed it there.
The other recruits are Jackson Jermu for basketball at Alma College, Aubrey Blackburn for basketball at Bay College, and Sam Paternoster for mountain biking at Colorado Mesa University. The Escanaba softball team maintains its #1 ranking in the Division II poll by the Coaches Association. Escanaba excused Sault Ste. Marie 10-3 in a district opener early this afternoon. The second game saw Petoskey blank Houghton 10-0. The Northmen scored 6 runs in the 6th inning to put that game away. That set up Petoskey and Escanaba in the district title contest. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Katie Lamb in the batter's box, and she rips one to left field for a base hit. That brings home a run to give the Eskimos a 2-0 advantage, and that was more than enough for starting pitcher Grayson LaMarche. She wasn't taking anything for granted this afternoon. The University of Michigan recruit struck out 16 on the way to a perfect game in the district championship. Escanaba won 3-0. The regionals are next week. And there's a very good chance top-ranked Escanaba will face third-ranked Gaylord in that regional. Also in softball today in district action in Division 4 was Brimley taking care of Newberry 11-6. Rudyard cruised past Pickford 14-1. And in this district final, it was Rudyard blanking the Bays 11-0. The Michigan Tech men's basketball team will participate in the prestigious Small College Basketball Hall of Fame Classic. The Huskies will be making their debut appearance in the event to start the 2025-26 season. Josh Bittner's club will head to Lakeland, Florida for the event on November 1st and 2nd. They'll face the Dallas Baptist Patriots on Saturday, November 1st, and they'll meet Lenoir-Rhyne Sunday, November 2nd. The Patriots were a Final Four team last winter, defeating Lake Superior State in the Elite Eight, while the Bears also made the Elite Eight a season ago. The 10-team field has 7 first-time participants and represents 9 states in 8 different conferences. Let us turn to basketball. The Indiana Pacers have a chance to advance to the NBA Finals. They were taking on New York tonight in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. And the Knicks off to a good start. Jalen Brunson to Mitchell Robinson, and that gave New York an 8-3 lead. Off the shot here and the make. That was Ben Shepherd from 25 feet. Then Jalen Brunson started hitting from the outside. That one's good from 27 feet. He ended up with 32 points in the contest. Still in the first quarter, Josh Hart will find Mitchell Robinson lonelier than the old-fashioned Maytag repairman to slam that one down. Knicks up 9. Then Pascal Siakam with a basket from T.J. McConnell. He had 15 points. Benedict Mathurin had a busy first half for Indiana and game overall. He ended up with 23 points off the bench. Karl Anthony Towns played well for New York, 24 points and 13 rebounds. Knicks led by 11 at the half. They went on to win 111-94. Game 6 is Saturday night back in Indiana. And in hockey, it was Edmonton defeating Dallas 6-3. The Oilers win that series 4-1. So it will be Florida and Edmonton in the Stanley Cup Finals starting next Wednesday. Tigers off, Brewers off. They'll both be back in action tomorrow on the road. And Kelly and Kevin will be right back.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
It's hilarious. Hidden camera. Hijinks. Just for laughs, gags.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Welcome back. Final check of your forecast. Remember, we do have this air quality warning. You'll want to make sure to check back in tomorrow for your latest weather updates. But before that, close those windows tonight, especially if you are under this air quality warning. As that cold front starts to push in from Canada, it's going to bring that wildfire smoke. And we will have fairly warm temperatures tomorrow, kind of a little tease to summer for some of us. Iron Mountain 77, Ironwood 74. We will have to dodge a few showers to start off the morning time. Once we clear that, mostly sunny skies to round off May on Saturday. It's going to be a little chilled because of that cold front, but temperatures will start to rise as we head into the week ahead. Sunday marks the official start of June, which is also the official start of meteorological summer. It's going to bring in the heat, especially for Tuesday, close to 80 degrees. That will fire up a few drizzles for your midweek, but overall the week ahead, we are expecting well above average temperatures.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally tonight, it was a night to remember and dance under the stars at Brookridge Heights Assisted Living. The residents were treated to their own senior prom, complete with a live DJ, hors d'oeuvres, and of course dancing. The prom is part of Brookridge's Making Memories program that provides engaging activities for the residents throughout the year.
It brings them back to their youth. It brings them back to their younger years, and those are really special moments. Our residents connect with that part, an aspect of their life. Our residents have lived amazing lives. They have incredible stories, and when we do events like this, we're able to pull some of that out.
In past months, the Making Memories program has celebrated events like the Kentucky Derby, Cinco de Mayo, and Valentine's Day. Mike, no Tigers, no Brewers. I'm guessing you got nothing else for us tonight.
That's pretty much it. It's outside of Division II golf finals tomorrow morning down in Norway.
All right, thanks, Mike, and thank you all for watching. We'll catch you right here again tomorrow.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties